The college basketball experience pregame show for Monday afternoon, January the 20th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. Welcome, everybody, into the college basketball experience pregame show for Monday afternoon, January the 20th. Got a pep in my step, baby. First off, I got some sleep last night because we did an early show. That was nice. Got the day off. It's a nice day here. We got the Moneyline Mac Top 25 going live after this. And, happy Martin Luther King Day to all. Happy Donald Trump Day as well to all. It's a great day to be an American citizen. Cheers, everybody. If you're wondering who you're listening to, I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin.
It's Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
And joining me to talk college hoops, baby. Well, this guy, he's got a fucking fire jersey on today. I love the old Maryland jerseys.
John Gilchrist.
You guys know him as the Big 12 guru because he is a green mowing, weed growing Troy Tuning. What's up, DC Sports Messiah?
Yeah, I like to do both. You can do them in either order. Like, right now we're not mowing too many greens, but hey, it's an MLK day and a Trump inauguration day. There are a lot of angles for handicaps with both of those in mind. So you just got to look out for the narratives.
No doubt. And, hey, if you're not putting that into your handicap, that's on you. We will definitely lean into the Trump and MLK angles here on this nice slate. I'm just glad that I don't have to, wedge in a couple extra SWAC and MEAC plays just because there's only 10 games on the slate. With 30, I can actually pick and choose. And if I really don't have a feel on a game, I don't have to lodge it onto my card. So joining us to talk college hoops on this day. You guys know him from the great state of Wisconsin. He's a cheesehead himself. His Badgers are fucking rolling, by the way, I may add. Yeah. He is the Stooley Picks, a.k.a. TVDBJ. What's up, man?
Not much. Yeah, you're right. We are rolling, and don't let us get hot. Maybe we'll find ourselves in the national championship again like 2015.
Hey, crazier things have happened. When I was doing my Moneyline Mac Top 25 today, and I didn't realize that Wisconsin's 16-3. It's because they lost those two games back to back, and I'm like, what are they, 15-5 or something? And then I go, damn, they only have 3 losses. So yeah, I think the Badgers came in at 16 for me. But I'll do that episode right after this. Let's talk what we're here to talk about, and that's games. We got the first game tipping off here in 42 plus minutes. We got Wilmington. We got Bill and Mary. Bill and Mary got the perfect CAA record on the line. Wilmington laying, I think it's up to 6 in some spots. Wilmington's one of my favorite plays of the day. I think Bill and Mary's fraudulent. They've played a soft CAA schedule so far. I think Bill and Mary wins by double digits here in hands. Bill and Mary, the Tribe, their first CAA loss. Troy, where are you going here?
I think UNC Wilmington wins this game by double digits. This feels like a coin flip game to me almost. I know William and Mary hasn't played anybody, but they do look kind of hot. I think UNC Wilmington might leave too many points at the free throw line here. They have one guard that shoots above 80%, and besides that, they just kind of stink. I'm going to take the points. I think this is a close game, actually, Mac.
Okay. Trav, I think you're on Bill and Mary from what I saw in the chat, right?
Yeah, haven't gotten there yet to bet it. I probably will because you got to bet something in the early window.
You know what? Bill and Mary might be the play here with the Sean McDermott, Dan Quinn, William and Mary football angle. They're hot right now. Maybe.
Maybe.
Two worlds.
They're due for a fucking loss, is what I'm saying. I mean, look at who they've played in league play. William and Mary is by far the best team that they've played. They've beaten Hofstra, Hofstra is so up and down. Stony Brook sucks. They're 0-6. Elon is that's their best win. I actually like Elon. But then they beat A&T and Hampton, who are two of the bottom tier teams in the league. That's my angle. Trevor, if you want Bill and Mary, I think it's about to touch 7 in some spots. So
Yeah, I saw that it's moving.
If it gets to 7, I mean, that's if that's the side you want, that's not a bad number.
Yeah. I mean, Wilmington hasn't really blown anybody out lately either, too. I mean, Northeastern was 8. They lost 9, 8. I mean, other than Gulf Coast, they've kind of been one-possession games or lost, or not one-possession, single-digit games or lost. So I kind of like that, but that's also what scared me is Bill and Mary is due a loss here. So I'll probably just hang off. I'll root vicariously through you guys for Wilmington, I suppose.
Well, you're a good friend. I'll tell you who else is a good friend. The SGPN app is a good friend because you can get all our free picks over there in the podcast today. Get on over there at the SGPN app. We're also brought to you by DraftKings, baby. Love DraftKings if you want to bet on that William and Mary and Wilmington game, unless I guess you're in the state of Virginia. Do so over at DraftKings. If not, get on over there to Bovada or not Bovada, my bookie. That's another sponsor. So get on over there and bet on every other game outside of William and Mary and Wilmington. The national championships tonight, the NFL playoffs this weekend. Hail to the Redskins. Going to beat the sorry-ass Eagles on Sunday. It's going to be fantastic going to the Super Bowl on their home field in that filthy city. So get on over there, DraftKings, and you can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. And if you got a gambling problem,
call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
DraftKings, baby, sportsbook. We are also brought to you by the OG sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. You can get down on some Underdog, stack winners on top of winners, get up to 12-1, 6-1, and get on over there to Underdog and use our promo code TCESGPN to get a special pick and first time deposit. Offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code TCESGPN. Troy, first leg of the Underdog entry for MLK DJT Day.
MLK DJT Day. Dylan Harper for Rutgers. Higher than 18.5 points. See a kind of a high-scoring game there.
Like it. Trev?
I'm going to go higher on Eric Dixon threes.
God damn
he shot my bread and butter. He went 2 of 7 last game. He wasn't too effective back there, but the dude's still shooting like 46.5%, 47% from 3. So I will take the higher than 2.5 threes.
I was only going to take the higher 2.5 threes because it didn't hit for Trev the last time we did this. So you obviously just go back to the bank. I guess you can add the higher than half a point for Nikola Jokic, I guess. Take the free play.
Okay.
Even though it's the nasty NBA.
The NBA
It
is
frees me.
Trev, well, where do you want to go for your next one?
In honor of Inauguration Day, we're going to go to New Mexico to take True Washington higher than 10.5 points. I mean, simple cap. It's Inauguration Day. Guy's got Washington in his name. Let's go.
I like it. Get on over there to Underdog Fantasy and use our promo code TCESGPN. I I can't say enough good things about Underdog. Proud sponsor of the college experience. And hey, we're bringing back our other sponsor, Rhythm. SGPN's partner Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform. Gives you models. Build your model today. I don't know if they got the inauguration and MLK models, but if you want to reach out to them, please do so. You gotta include everything in your model. So I like models that factor in home court. You can add a couple extra points in there and do so by going over to Rhythm. Track all your picks in the Rhythm app. NFL, college football, college basketball, college baseball coming up with Noah Beanick. And claim your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. All right, gents, let's talk the 2:00 slate. So that is a standalone game to start the day. Wait, is the Wagner game at 1? All right. Well,
1 o'clock.
let's pick the other 1 o'clock game just because that game starts here in 35, 36 minutes. St. Francis at Wagner. Wagner laying 2.5. It feels squarey. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to just take Wagner here. Off the home loss on Saturday. I'm not going to get cute and try and talk myself into St. Francis. I think Wagner, I've been disappointed a little bit with Wagner. I say that, but then I was on him against Central Connecticut a week ago as a 10-point dog winning outright. I think that Chicago State loss at home just scares people off of ever taking them again. But I think they're well coached. They won the league last year. I'll lay it with Wagner here in the early window. So I'm on the Seahawks and the Seahawks early.
Are you worried at all about Trump taking office and the Wagner group in Russia losing their power because they're no longer going to be on top of be able to boss around our president? I don't really have a great feel on this one other than I see a gross 123.5 total, and I'm still going under that. Wagner group is very slow. They like to slow everything down. So
yeah. Where are you going, Trev?
I kind of like St. Francis here. I mean, Wagner hasn't won shit. Their last home win versus D1 team was Coppin State in December 4th.
They're due.
Chicago State, Fair Dick, Mercyhurst, Manhattan. They've all got them. I mean, I'm going to take St. Francis. This is arguably the grossest, maybe second grossest game of the day. So I got to get involved with it one way or another.
Okay. Let's go over to the 2 o'clock slate. The premier game in the 2 o'clock slate. I mean, the 2 o'clock slate's loaded. How many damn games do we have in that window? Like 12? Let's go. Let's knock out some Ivy games, guys. Let's go Penn, Harvard, Brown, Cornell, Dartmouth, Yale, Columbia, Princeton. And that wraps up. So we have 4 Ivy League games in the 2 o'clock slate. My favorite one out of this is Brown. I like Brown as a dog here. They won last year outright at Cornell, and kind of the same. The line was similar. I think it was 9.5, 10.5. I like Keno Lilly. I just think that we're overreacting to 2 losses. Foxhole spot, 0-2 team at 2-0. Cornell, a little bit overrated in my opinion. And then Colby talked me into taking Dartmouth in the other one at Yale because I will not lay 15 plus with an Ivy League school. And then I did take Princeton because I think Columbia is a phony. What are they, 11-4 now? I think that they're finally coming back after those crazy first 10 games where they just won every game and covered. Troy, anything play or plays that you want to touch on in the Ivy League? You know they're depressed at inauguration today in the soft-ass Ivy League. Remember when they canceled the freaking season? How bad was that?
yeah, the Ivy League people can't be all that happy up there in the Northeast right now. But I do have 2 pretty confident plays here. I think the Brown Cornell game and the Columbia Princeton game should both go over their numbers here. Cornell likes to go real fast, and neither Brown and Cornell have a great defense. And I do kind of like your Brown angle. I think they at least keep it close there. But I think you see a lot of scoring there. Definitely no defense in Columbia Princeton. I think you see that one go over the 154.5. Can't lay that many points with Yale. Just either don't bet it or take Dartmouth, I think, are the only two possible angles there. And I kind of like laying it with Harvard. Penn can't rebound.
Yeah.
That line's come down too, hasn't it?
It's kind of just hanging around 6.5, 6. I took the points, but I don't know. I hate Penn, but I don't like laying more than north of 2 possessions with Harvard. Harvard, for God's sake.
Yeah. Penn got bossed on the offensive boards in their last game, like 10-1. They just can't grab anything.
They're bad. They're bad. I actually watched them in person against VCU. There's a lot of staples on that team. Let me tell you, that game was awful that I watched. Trev, anything you want to talk in this Ivy 2:00 window other than they're just all soft?
Well, yeah, that's a given. But I did bet Brown. Like you said, they're having some losses here lately, so people might be a little down on them. But you go back the last 5 years, they've alternated wins in this series, and it feels like 85% of these games between those two are always like 1-2 possession games. So I did play the 8. I was looking at Harvard too. I mean, they force turnovers and rebound. I mean, that's how you just kind of dominate a team. And we've all seen Penn play. They're abysmal here. What was the other game I'm drawing to play? The Dartmouth game. Yeah. I don't know. I want to bet Dartmouth, but man, I don't want to feel like an idiot when Yale pounds them by 20. So I laid off that game.
You want a DC?
I know. I was on. Yeah, we were on them that game. I mean, if they shoot 17 of 36 again from 3, then yeah, they'll win outright. But we'll see what happens.
Southland. Let's go over to Southland country. They're happy today. Let's go to Sela. Sela's going to Commerce. This line's coming down. I locked up Commerce last night just because I think Sela is a kind of a sell high spot, laying 2 possessions on the road. I know Commerce is winless, but we do know this, that outside of Missouri last year, everybody's going to win a game in conference at some point. So the do factor is a real thing in league play. Rob Donaldson, lock up his logo. Yeah, there you go. That's the Commerce logo. Except his is going that way and Commerce is going that way. And then Lamar Nichols, we're going to fade Hitler there. We're going to take Lamar. It's Hitler's getting stumped here today on Inauguration Day and MLK Day. And then the other one I'm going to lay with Northwestern State off that heartbreaking loss. New Orleans, all of a sudden, at 4-14, has won 2 in a row. I'm not buying in. I'm not buying into New Orleans being better than their 4-14 record. I think Northwestern State opens up a can of whoop ass and wins by 15-20. Troy, your thoughts on the Southland Monday slate?
I think you can go ahead and lay it with the Chinese restaurant, to be honest. They're the ones that are going to get the work visas. Like, they're not. We'll talk about the Mexicans later, and take the points. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the work visas are for the Asian people. So the Chinese restaurant's going to be getting tax breaks and everything now that we've got a new guy in office. I kind of like the Chinese restaurant here. I don't really feel all that comfortable in the New Orleans Northwestern State game. It's a lot of points, and I think I'll just kind of stray away from that one. But I think you can also take the points with Lamar.
Okay. I like Lamar. Trav, you like any of these?
Yeah, I did play the Chinese restaurant too. I mean, like you said, Sela's been great. A&M's been abysmal to watch, but this line has also gone the opposite way. I mean, Sela's catching all the action, and it's gone down 1.5 already too. So, is this a possible education day? I know it's going to be about 1 o'clock or so, or Central. So maybe it's right there at that they get it done with all the kids. But even without them, I still think they got a chance here. It's just a nasty day game, so everyone's going to bet one side. It's obviously not going to hit. So let's go Commerce. And then that Northwestern State game I looked at, I just never got there with it. So this will be another spot where I just live vicariously through you, and we'll be rooting for the Demons to get it done.
Education Day could be coming to an end too when they shut down the Department of Education.
Well, today there's no school today, so there's no
there's no school.
Yeah, because they can offer MLK Day, right?
I believe.
I never did.
I
Really?
believe now they do.
Fucking Wisconsin.
You guys are racist up there.
I got my 1%
Apparently.
MLK today. My 1%.
Later game, the second half of the Southland. Stephen F. at McNeese. I laid it with McNeese. A&M Corpus Christi at Houston Christian. I'm going to keep riding my boys at Houston Christian. They've been good as a dog to me. The only one that they didn't cover was what's it called? The McNeese game. They almost came all the way back after being down 30 to backdoor that. And then my favorite one of the Southland, the Mexicans going to Incarnate Word. Incarnate Word is going to fuck them up. They're lost 4 in a row. Virgil just said, Trump said that they renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of the United States. Rio Grande is in for one today. They're distracted. Incarnate Word by 20. Let's go.
Yeah, biggest play of the day is fading the Mexicans. I mean,
I know.
come on Inauguration Day for Donald Trump. If you're not fading the Mexicans, get the fuck out of here. Incarnate Word is going to destroy this. I do like Houston Christian. They're 13-3 ATS. They're just a silent little moneymaker over there in Houston. And I do like laying it with McNeese as well. They're just so much better than pretty much everybody else in this conference.
Yeah. I'm backing McNeese. I'm just not sure if I want to take him on the spread or the team total, because I don't think Austin's going to really stop them too much.
Parlay
I mean, their
both.
team total is like 73.5 or something. I'm like, they should be pushing close to 80, I think, in this game. So I'll probably be taking McNeese team total there. And then, yeah, I'm with you. I bet Incarnate Word. I bet them also. I got them 2.5 last night. So 1 point of CLV. What could go wrong? But here we go. Let's go Word up today.
All right. Next game up. I think we hit on all the 2:00 games. All right, we'll spotlight this one. Mercyhurst all day. Get this LIU shit out of here. I am so sick of this fucking phony fucking team winning all these games. This team sucks. I don't know how they're 5-0 in league play. I'm all over Mercyhurst. Erie, Pennsylvania is going to be rocking today when they go into Peter Lugas and beat the shit out of these soft-ass Long Island Sharks. And, yeah. Long Island's about to lose like 5 in a row. They're going to come back to the pack here. And old Dundee's going to be in depression. Let's go.
This is probably the TCE Classic matchup of the day, right? Hospital 2.0 versus the fucking Shocks.
Yeah.
Mercyhurst can kind of slow it down and maybe keep it close. I don't think they're going to beat LIU, but 8.5 is kind of beefy. But with that being said, here at TCE, we don't fade the Sharks. We hammer the Sharks. The Sharks are alive. They've covered every game since the 18th of December. And if you've bet them a few times, then you have some money in your pocket to lose when they finally don't cover one. But I don't know if it's this one. I think the Sharks might fucking eat this shit up and get it done.
They're like 7.5, man. This is the biggest line in the history of the Long Island program.
Well, just look at how much better they are than we expected.
At some point, they got to come back down. Trev, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you're letting it.
Yeah, me and Troy were talking earlier. I haven't bet LIU once, so I'm not going to buy them at their peak here. They were laying 7.5 against Chicago State, so there is that. But
that was a phony cover too. They were losing at halftime.
Fucking Chicago State. But I'm with you. I think they probably win by like 5 or 6. I think it'll probably be a tighter game, but I don't want to bet Mercyhurst. I've got PTSD from backing them a few times this year, so stay away. But I'll be watching this game. This is the TCE special today.
Plus 275 on the money line. Erie, Pennsylvania. Those whites, hard cuts, good passes, fundamentals is going to be at a premium in the Steinbrenner.
What time is this game tipping off at?
2 o'clock. Yeah,
afternoon soap for the Hospital 2.0.
Lugas is going to be rocking here on the holiday pregame. Colby's probably in there right now, fucking doing keg stands at Lugas. So, yeah, let's go. Next up, another really good CAA game. This is a national TV game. Hofstra, Drexel laying 3. 2.5. I guess I'm going to buy into this being another due spot. Remember Rutgers last week when they had 3 straight home games and we're like, they're not going to drop 3 in a row at the Rack, are they? Well, Drexel's lost 2 in a row at home. Third spot, I think that they salvaged this home stand, going 1-2. Hofstra's is such a high variance up and down team. I think we get Drexel's best effort here to salvage 1 out of 3 home games. I'll lay it with the Dragons of Drexel.
This is another one where I see a point total of 124.5, and that doesn't scare me. I'm still playing the under on that number. Don't see a lot of scoring in this one. I'm not going to play a spread here, but if I have to pick, I would think you lay it with Drexel for the due angle.
Okay. Trev?
I'm really tempted to take Hofstra here. I haven't, but I mean, Drexel, you're going to lay 3 points, a short home favorite. They're shooting 57% from the line in conference play. I mean, it's like 68% overall. So, I mean, maybe they're due a little bit of positive progression or regression here in that stat, but still, I mean, they can't shoot free throws. Now you're going to lay points with them in a game that's obviously going to be slowed down and just filthy to watch. So I think I'm with Troy. I'm probably going to take the under here, but Hofstra catching 3 points is kind of enticing too here. Solely because both these teams play slow, nasty offense, great defense. This could easily be like 57-59.
There we go. The other 2 NEC games, we touched on the Wagner game. We touched on LIU. Chicago State, Fair Dick. Fair Dick laying 3.5. No. They will not lay points with Fair Dick on the road. Another one. Like, we got some teams that are laying points on the road that I've never seen lay points ever, yet alone in a road game. Chicago State money line in Lemoyne, Stonehill. Stonehill's laying 1.5 on the road. Flip a coin. Give me Lemoyne. 1 point game. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, Lemoyne lets teams score. So that's kind of scary. I feel much more confident laying the 3.5 with Fair Dick out of these 2 games.
I'm been staring at Chicago State. I think if I'm going to play this game, it's going to be money line or nothing, because if Fair Dick is laying points, they're going to win by like 4 or 5 probably. But I think Chicago State, they're feeling it. 2 out of the last 4, they've gotten a big dub. They got Stonehill on deck, so maybe it's a tad bit of a look ahead, but I don't think so. I think Chicago State's going to get it done here. They're back home. They won their last one. They're feeling good. So let's go Cougars. Get this done.
We in the Stonehill Lemoyne game, we actually have a trans play because Stonehill beat Chicago State, who beat Lemoyne. But with Trump getting sworn in, do the trans plays have any weight to them anymore?
No. He literally just declared that there's only 2 sexes in the United States. So, yeah, the trans property rests in peace.
Sorry, Patty C. It's over. No more Patty C.
No more trans properties in this show. It's no more. It's gone. It's gone. It's fired. He literally just said that. Somebody just sent me a tweet. So. Yeah, you got to throw the trans property out. It is no longer a concept here.
Not viable.
Rob, I didn't know if you wanted your name attached to it, so that's why I said somebody sent me a DM. It was Rob Donaldson. So yes, he's handicapping. You got to handicap the speech. You got to handicap everything.
No more tuck jobs.
No more tuck jobs, as Virgil said. You can't do that anymore, Pat. But yeah. Oh, this is the funnest pregame show I've ever had in my life. Thank God Trump's back. Anyway, next up, let's go to SWAC. Let's talk some SWACs in Monday night. Pulled it up here. I know we got the premier game. Jackson State, Texas Southern, both at the top of the standings in the SWAC. We also got Alcorn, Prairie View, Valley at FAMU, Pine Bluff at Cookman. I will never, ever, ever in my life lay 15 fucking points with FAMU. So by default, I had to take Valley. Valley, I swear to God, I'm saying it right now. If they don't cover this one, I will never take them again. Or I will never bet them again. Because if you can't stay within 15 of FAMU, you're retired from my betting trends. Texas Southern, this thing has come up. I'm glad I stayed off this last night. They're up to 4.5 now. Wow. Alcorn, Prairie View, 3.5-point line. Pine Bluff, Cookman, Bethune's laying 12.5. No, thank you. Like I said, the only one I'm betting here is Mississippi Valley State. The other ones, I'm not going to force SWAC plays in here when I got 30 games on the slate. You got anything for SWAC?
Even a Pine Bluff max special here, no wins yet in the conference, and they're getting that many points.
They are on the road.
I just thought
that really matters.
I thought Mac would be on the no wins in conference team like he usually is.
All right, you thought. I mean, I took Pine Bluff. All right, yeah,
I'm betting Pine Bluff.
Yeah, I'll bet Pine Bluff. I'll add Pine Bluff to my card. So I got the two shit dogs, Valley and Pine Bluff. What could go wrong?
Yeah, I can't lay 15.5 with FAMU either, but I can lay the points with Prairie View A&M. Alcorn State can't keep up. They don't score well enough for me in that one. And I think I'm going to take the points with Jackson State. It should be a pretty close game, and you're getting what is it, 4.5 now?
Yeah.
I think I'll take those points with Jackson State.
Yeah, I kind of sway to Pine Bluff too, but I want no part of it, especially after Bethune just annihilated Valley State. I know Valley State's in a league of their own for suck, but feels like maybe you're just buying a little too much into that win to be laying 12 points here. But I'm also with you. I was watching the Bet US show, college show this morning, and I made them talk about FAMU Mississippi Valley, and they about had an aneurysm about we don't have to bet these games. It's like FAMU's laying 15 points. You have to bet Valley State. What are you talking about? So I'm on Valley State with you. This will be the second time.
How they think they're above like betting on the SWAC.
It's MLK Day. How can you not bet the SWAC? Come on.
Yeah. If it's not a TMZ game, they don't really care. They think it's in the weeds and bad basketball. I'm like, you kidding me? Like, you're gonna kill for this game in July when there's no college basketball anymore. So
yeah,
let's go Delta Devils. They lose by 12.
That's the definition of snorkeling. To say that I don't want to bet this game. Like, I'm not going to jam one in just to jam it in, but I'm still betting 2 out of the 4 games. Let's go. Pine Bluff and Valley. Yeah. And you got to at least talk about it. I mean, goddamn, It's on the college basketball schedule. You can't just say, oh, no, that's not a real game. It is a real game. It's happening at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and the ball will be tipped, and there is a line. All right, next up on the slate, guys, let's go to the Mountain West standalone game. We got a standalone game, not standalone on the schedule, but for the league. Standalone games, Big Ten, only one game today. Big East, Mountain West. Fresno's getting 21. I'm laying it with New Mexico. I think New Mexico is going to win by like 40 today. I think Fresno's that kind of team where you look at it and you go, man, they're getting 21. Let me take Fresno. They may win the game outright, Fresno, but they may also lose the game by 40. I'll take the alternative at the pit with this high variance, crazy team that takes these fucked up shots. And I think that the momentum of the pit will just run them out of the building.
Yeah. This is another TCE special where if you play the pit, you always play the pit. Like, you can't start varying and acting like the pit isn't a magical place that always helps you win your bets. I'll lay it with UNM.
Yeah, I bet minus 20.5 last night. I got it at even money. Now it's like, 22 or something now?
Same.
Fresno just got their first conference win. They had, I think their guy Zion Collinson or whatever, he had like 25 or something against Air Force. I know that New Mexico just dominated Boise State, but they could half-ass this and still win this by 25. So turnovers, the rebounding advantage, they're going to be in transition all day. I mean, their team total is fucking 92. So I don't think Fresno is going to be really sniffing 70 points in this one, even with all the possessions they're going to get, just because of how awful they are offensively.
Well, and Trev, do you remember the New Year's Eve game where Fresno backdoored it? Faintly. It was a 14.5 point line. The guy at Fresno laid it up. It laid on top of the backboard and then came down in. And they were literally down 20 with 2 minutes left at home. It was a phony score. It was a 20-point game. It was a miracle cover. Now they're at the pit. Smash spot. It's actually turning.
Mexico doesn't take their foot off the gas either. They're just like, oh, fuck you. Until like 35 seconds are left, they're going to be running and gunning on your ass. So
yeah, Patino's not the guy to put his backups in. They're going to run this shit up. Big East, Georgetown, Villanova. What was my exact quote on Friday night when Villanova was laying 8.5 against Providence? I'm not laying 8.5 with Kyle Neptune. I think we've gone a little too far with these Villanova numbers of thinking that they're back. They're not. They're playing better. AKA Eric Dixon's playing out of his mind to carry the rest of the team. But I think the Hoyas, and one other trend I always say, I like taking the team, hitting the road, catching points after they just lost as a big favorite at home. You know you're going to it's a foxhole spot. You're going to get their best effort. Cooley as a dog's always been good. Georgetown's going to hang in this game, and they're healthy.
This is a Redskins versus Eagles preview here with the wrong team being favored by too many points. 136.5 total, and Villanova's getting 9.5 now. No.
People love Villanova, bro. It's crazy.
Give me the Hoyas.
I mean,
give me the Hoyas outright on the road money line play.
Okay, I like it. Where are you going, Trev?
I'm with you. I got 8.5 last night. You just look. I mean, I'm looking at VSiN splits. That means absolutely nothing. But 68% of bets and shit are on Georgetown. So it is what it is. But I'm still taking Georgetown. They got Sorber back. You just gave DePaul their first Big East win in 2 years, and it was at your house. Now you're going to hit the road. What does a little worry me is that Nova opened at the same number that they did when they sold everybody on Friday night, didn't cover, and almost lost outright. Now they're only in the same number. That kind of worries me, but I'm going to buy into the fact that it's probably because Georgetown just lost at home to DePaul, so they're getting a little bit of disrespect. But I think Georgetown's still the side, and I did take them outright on the money line too. I got plus 305 this morning, so let's go Hoyas. Rebound after that DePaul win. I think it's going to be a 1 or 2 possession game minimum.
Yeah, and it's Cooley. I mean, Cooley as a dog's been a good system over the year, and it's MLK Day, and I mean Cooley has talked at length about how much he loves Martin Luther King over the years, like more than any other coach I can remember. So it's got to be a get up spot for old Coach Cooley here tonight. The other game, the Big Ten game, Penn State laying 6.5 against Rutgers. I'm selling the Rutgers stock here. Penn State got Ace Baldwin back last game. They looked like they did before the injury. I think Penn State's going to put it on them by double digits here. I think this is kind of a trap to take Rutgers. Penn State loses to 4 in a row. Drill spot for me.
Yeah, the only thing about Penn State that scares me is their defense is kind of horrific. But it's not at the rack. So I don't really feel all that confident in this one. I'm not going to bet it, but I will pick Penn State minus the points.
I'm kind of swaying Rutgers with the points, but they just won at Nebraska on the road. Now they're going to hit the road again. Yeah, that kind of scares me. But like Troy said, Penn State's defense is bad. So I mean, Rutgers over 74.5. I'm enticed by, just because Penn State doesn't score. They like to play fast, and Rutgers defense isn't their specialty anymore. So they're going to give up points, get the ball back a fair amount of times in this game. So I think they can probably get at least 75 in this game, but I've got no real play. But if I had to pick a side, it would be Rutgers personally. I just think that offense can keep them in, even if they do give up 80-some points.
Okay. We've done the NEC, we've done the SWAC, we've done the Southland, we've done the Ivy. We did the standalone games for the Big Ten, Big East, Mountain West. Now let's go to the standalone game in the Patriot League national TV game. I totally forgot to say this on the show last night. Bucknell beat Colgate to the first game of league play this year to give them their only loss. Colgate's going to drill them in a revenge angle from 3 weeks ago. Line is steamed up from 6.5 to 8.5. I still would lay it at 8.5, but I hope everybody got – if you're going to bet Colgate or Vermont, and we used to throw Gonzaga in there. I don't know if I want to throw Gonzaga in there after the way they've looked. if you're going to lay the points with them, you need to take them the night before. Those two teams, their lines always move 2 to 3 points in their favor. And usually McNeese actually did not move today for once. But I don't know. Doing the show over the last 3 years with Colby, Colgate and Vermont, if you want to lay the systems, you've got to do it the night before because it's going to move 2 points every time in these games because they're so fucking dominant in these leagues. I'm laying it with Colgate, toothpaste, brush your teeth. Let's go.
Yeah, the toothpaste tartar control, their defense is significantly better than Bucknell's. So, I see them as almost real similar teams, except for Colgate's defense is actually good and Bucknell's is not. I got this at 6.5. I would still lay it at 8.5 as well. I think Colgate has a chance. You might even want to play this one at like an alt line at like 11.5 for them to drill this revenge spot.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you. Colgate at home is just mowed over teams too this year. Minus the who did they play? Lehigh was a 7-point win. Beat Army by 12. Vermont, I guess Vermont was whatever, but Boston they beat by 27. They beat Lafayette by 23. They just drill teams, and now you're like you guys said in a revenge spot here at home. Standalone primetime game. They are going or national TV game. They are going to run it up on Bucknell today. So I'm with you. I laid 7.5 earlier this morning with them.
Okay, I like it. The other, I said I should have just grouped the CAA together. The nightcap in the CAA. The CAA's got a nice little day here. I like that. I like the slate in the old, and I like the CAA altogether. It's one of my favorite leagues. We touch on Wilmington. We touch on Drexel. Hampton's going to A&T, and they're only laying 2.5. Colby was going to lock up Hampton last night, and I did some sales pitching to him. A&T's going to win this game. A&T, oh yeah, the 0-6 team catch it a short number at home. A&T, another get-up spot on national TV game. Remember when they played their last home game on national TV? They beat NC Central on CBS. Now they're on CBS Sports Network. And Hampton, how often do they lay points on the road? Like, this is another rare spot where you're getting a favorite that's never been favored on the road. Public loves Hampton. Line's going the other way. A&T's going to win outright.
Yeah, I'm definitely at least taking the points with A&T here. It's got to be worth a money line sprinkle, but the only thing that I had written down here was 0-6 in the league. You know where Mac's going.
Yeah, no doubt. I love my 0-6 teams. Minnesota worked out pretty well, didn't it? Against Michigan.
Yeah. Not a great week for our boy Noah. Sorry, Noah.
Oh, terrible week.
Bad week for Noah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like A&T in this one. I mean, they don't turn it over. They get to the free throw line, and Hampton fouls a shit ton, and neither team is really that great. So the two at home, when you're going to get a team that's going to be at the line a good amount of times today, I think it's a good spot for A&T to at least hang. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they're up and then they just blow it because they're A&T and they can't make their free throws, so they lose by like 1 or 2, but. I'll still, I'll ride A&T with you guys. I wasn't going to bet it, but who am I to not bet all these games on MLK Day?
Oh, let's go.
Isn't that what Martin Luther King said? It's about the content of your bets, not the quality of your bets, or something like that.
I believe you did say that. I did read that in my history book in high school. I got paid out for the MLK mention, so I don't know if he did, but shout out Trump. Thank you. Plus 190. Are you kidding me? Easy money.
There you go. All right, so the final 2 games, and the Big Sky does this every now and then. They play these late Monday night games. I want to reach out to them and say, do this every week. Why are you going to bury your games on Thursday with the zillion games when now you got 2 really good Big Sky games in the late window? Make this a thing, man. Idaho going to Montana. Yeah, and they're both in the state of Montana. E-Dub going to Montana State. Montana laying 5. Montana State laying 5.5. Came down from last night. I split the 2. I took the 2 teams coming off losses. Montana, I'm going to lay with it against Idaho. They just played a couple weeks ago as well, and Montana did escape that one by 2. Idaho covered. E-Dub beat Montana State at EW earlier in the year. I like EW here. I'm going to fade Montana State coming off the big Weber win, and I just think that Montana State's a little bit overvalued because of how good they've been over the last 2 to 3 years. I don't think that they're as good as they've been or close to it. I think Montana is much better than Montana State this year. So give me Montana, lay the points. Give me EW, take the points. I'll split the Montanas here in the late window.
Yeah, I like Montana at home. They're fucking awesome when they play at home. It's what,
great.
4.5 right now. You lay that with Montana just blindly.
Yep.
I don't have a great feel on the Montana State Eastern Washington game. Both of those teams kind of suck at covering in general. So you play the under 144.5 and just hope both teams stink.
Yeah, I hate Montana State after that. What was the Northern Colorado game or whatever? They blew like an 18-point lead. I've just been pissed at them. I don't like them. They're also in the sandwich spot here. You just beat Weber on the road, come home to play Eastern Washington, which you could argue is a revenge game after the last one that they lost. But they head to Montana after this too, so potentially a little look ahead sandwich spot here. EW for me also.
Little sandwich action. Sorry, I had to go get the remote now that Wilmington's about to tip off here in 1 minute. So we hit every game. We flew through that board. Favorite bet of the day. It is Wilmington, but if you can't get to Wilmington right now, IW drills the Mexicans.
Incarnate Word -3.5 is the best bet of the day. The Mexicans are no longer there. IW's going to build a wall defensively and prevent the Mexicans from doing anything.
I agree with you. IW's a smash spot.
My favorite play today. Let's go Brown +8. I think it's a tight game. They always play each other tight. They alternate wins. Cornell got the last one, so I think Brown comes in. They play an inspired game today and lose by like 3 or 4.
Dog parlay, guys. Your favorite money line dog. Mine is Brown. I'm taking Brown, and what are we seeing the Brown guys at over there right now?
Brown guys on
plus
MLK
295.
Day. Smart.
Yeah,
smart,
let's go.
smart.
Plus 295 for the Brown guys.
G-Town on the road outright against Villanova. Ed Cooley on MLK Day, baby.
I cosign.
I'm going to take East Texas A&M, formerly known as Commerce, 2-1. Ooh, this is looking nice right here.
Hell yeah, we got a Blasian parlay here. The Brown guys, G-Town in the
This is a
Chinese
good-
restaurant. Oh my god.
I like this parlay a lot. 48-1. Putting this in right now.
I need to put this in right now.
If you just want to throw a little pizza bet on this, let's say you want to bet $10 on this one. $10 to win 480. If you want to throw 20 on it, it's to win 960. So get on over there and get down on Georgetown plus basically 3-1. The Brown guys basically 3-1 as well, and Commerce, Rob Donaldson's logo 2-1. Dude, this is hitting. I like this one a lot. Let's go. All right, I just hit that. My bet is in for the Moneyline Dog Parlay. That's all I got. We got afternoon hoops tipping off here. CBS Sports Network and ESPN Plus. We need to do this more often, man.
Let's do a little bonus. Let's do a little bonus talk here on Ohio State Notre Dame.
Okay. I like the Buckeyes in a blowout.
Should I cash out my future on Notre Dame right now and just keep the Ohio State one, or do I just sit and watch the game happily with both?
Well, what are the values on each of them?
Well, the Notre Dame one's 60-1.
Nah, keep that. Keep that just in case. I mean,
plus 475 on Ohio State. But
yeah.
the Notre Dame one might be my most shrewd play of the year. Putting that in within an hour of them losing to Illinois State was hilarious.
That is hilarious. I'm going to continue the trend of the national championship being a fucking boring ass blowout game. Every year we're like, oh, we're going to get a great championship game. And then it's just a fucking blowout. What was the last competitive game? Tua and Jalen Hurts, or maybe the other Georgia-Alabama game. It was the other Georgia-Alabama game where Georgia finally beat them. But unless it's Georgia-Alabama, it's a fucking blowout every year. Last year, Michigan, I mean, I guess it wasn't a blowout, but nobody thought Washington really ever threatened to win that game. Georgia obviously beat the you-know-what out of TCU the year before that. Bama blew out Ohio State that one year. Clemson drilled Bama one year. It's been a boring game over the last couple of years.
You do have to think this could be the ultimate narrative play for Notre Dame, though. They've got a black coach on MLK Day and they're Catholic on Trump Inauguration Day. They have the double combo.
I hope Notre Dame wins. I hate Notre Dame, but I hate Ohio State more. So I actually am rooting for Notre Dame. I can't see it.
This game should be outside in like 20-degree weather.
Yes.
I played the under 45.5 in this. I think Notre Dame, they're missing guys. Their offense isn't amazing. They rely on that run where Ohio State stops it really well. So I think Notre Dame's defense really has to step up today to try to keep them in this game. But all I see on Twitter is like Ohio State's going to win by a route. Apparently it's already over. Like, might as well just give Ohio State the national title and not even play this game. But if I had to pick a side, I would go Notre Dame. But I did play the under in this one. I think it's going to be just a grind out, just clock running game.
By tomorrow, either Will Howard or Riley Leonard will be a national champion. So always remember to never give up on your dreams, people, because anything is possible.
It is wild. And Ryan Day or Marcus Freeman will be a national champion. It's crazy because both had horrible losses this year at one point. Notre Dame losing to Northern Illinois, the worst loss of any P4 team. And then Ryan Day, the Michigan loss, still head scratching. They lost that fucking game as a 3-touchdown favorite. So, all right, guys.
Out Michigan.
Yeah. Just if they had just thrown the ball, they would have beat Michigan by 3 touchdowns. It was the stupidest game plan I've ever seen in my life. They just wanted to put it into a dick measuring contest, and it's like, all right, well, you're literally playing Michigan at their only thing that they're good at, and that's the offensive and defensive lines. But hey, I guess it fueled this run. So, all right, guys, we'll be back later tonight. We will also be debuting a new segment now that the College Football Championship. We are going to do a separate breakdown, just the top 5 games, breaking down matchups, what to look for. Troy and I will debut that tonight. Tuesday, Super Tuesday, like I said, is always the best night of college, the weeknight, just because it's not a huge 70-game slate. It's 30 to 35 games, and it's got a lot of TMZ games. So it's a fire slate on Tuesday, once again, the day after the national championship. Go follow at Stooley Picks. Go follow at Troy Tuning. The Pump Fake Pod going live when next?
Tonight. Little scheduling conflicts with people, so we didn't go last night. But Monday through Friday, we're always going to go about 10 Eastern, 9 Central, somewhere around there. We try to get done before you guys because we like to hop in the chat and go at it with people. So,
tonight's going to be later for the main show because Colby will have the recap football, and usually he hops on with Ryan and Sean for basketball. I don't know if they're doing or the main show for college football, but there's no college football. I don't know if they're doing college hoops at 11:30. Plan for close to 1 or 2 tonight, guys. So turn your notifications on. It'll be a late one, headed into the 4-day work week. Enjoy the day off. Enjoy MLK Day. Enjoy Donald Trump Day. He's at Stooley Picks. He's at Troy Chinning. I'm at Moneyline_Mac. We are the College Basketball Experience. See you in about 5 minutes on the Moneyline Mac Top 25, and we are out of here.